Hello and good morning dear students. Welcome back to the session of your English classes and I am Mrs. Reena Baret welcoming you in today's lecture. Okay, today we are going to deal with a new topic and one of the most important chapters of your grammar book, that is the active and the passive voice. Children, most of you, means 90 to 95% of us feel that it is the most chapter in the grammar. But I tell you, after this lecture or after this video, you will find that it is the easiest, even easier than the tense and the direct and indirect. Clear? We feel that tense is the easiest out of these three. Okay, these three are supposed to be the most chapters in the grammar book, but most of us, maximum of us feel that tense is the easiest. After that comes the direct and indirect, a little typical, and this is the most we assume. But I tell you, out of these three, this active and passive voice is the easiest. There are very less rules to remember. There are not many changes to make, and once you understand it clearly, follow my tricks, you will find that it is the easiest than any other chapter in the book, whole book. Not even, I am talking about these three chapters only. So just focus here nicely. Look at the board. I have written here two examples. Rama helps Hari. Okay, this is first example. First sentence is written on the board. Rama helps Hari. Understood? Who is helping whom? Rama helps Hari. Rama is helping Hari. Two persons are there, Rama and Hari. Rama is helping this person, Hari. Okay. In the second sentence, look here, Rama and Hari. Hari is helped by Rama. This Hari, he is helped by Rama. Means indirectly, who is helping whom? Hari. Rama is only helping Hari. Hari is not helping Rama. Look here. Rama helps Hari and Hari is, we can also say Hari is helped by Rama. One and the same thing. By means Rama will only help. So the meaning of both these sentences is the same. There is no change in the meaning. We have interchanged the order of the words, but the meaning will remain intact. Okay. So here in this first sentence, if you look, Rama is the doer of the action. He is the subject. Who is doing the action in the first sentence? Rama. And we all know that the subject in a sentence is the doer of the action. He only does the action. What is the basic structure of our sentence? Any assertive sentence statement? Subject, verb and object. So who does the action? The subject. So here Rama is the doer of the action. He is called the subject. Also it means that he acts. Who is acting here in the sentence? Who is acting? Subject, Rama, subject. Okay, so our concern is not with Rama, subject can be anybody. Okay, but we are concerned with the subject. That subject is acting here. He is doing the action. So we call this verb to be active. Means here if the subject is acting, this verb is active. It is in the active stage, active form. Clear? When the subject is acting, the verb is acted through. Okay, verb is what? Action words. So verbs are such words which are action words. Okay, through them actions are done. On what the action is done? Action is done on Hari. Hari is not a major concern. The concern is the object. Here Hari is the object, so we are calling Hari. But the verb is acting upon, means subject is acting on Hari, on the object. So here who is suffering the action? The object. Object always suffers the action of the verb done by the subject, acted upon by the subject. So look here, we will call this helps verb to be in the active form, active voice. Voice means speech. Whatever we deliver by our mouth, that is our voice. Okay, words spoken. Now in the second sentence, if you see, Hari is helped by Rama. The verb is helped. This is the verb here. In the first sentence, this is the verb. In the second, this is the verb, is helped. Now see, the verb is helped tells us that something is done to the subject Hari. Okay, in the second sentence, What can you understand? Hari is helped by Rama. We are talking about Hari. Now Hari is our subject in the second sentence. He is helped by Rama. Means some action is done on the subject. Okay. Some action is done to the subject, like Hari is helped. Hari is not helping. So Hari is helped. A verb is in the passive stage because action is done on the subject. And who is doing the object? Who is doing the action? Rama. Hari is helped. By whom? By Rama. Rama is the object, is doing the action on the subject here. In the second, verb is helped tells us that something is done to the subject Hari. It means the verb is in the passive stage. The verb is passive. The verb is in the passive form. So the first sentence is in the active voice because here the subject acts and the verb is in the active stage. Here the subject suffers the action, or action is done upon the subject. So this verb is said to be in the passive stage, and this is our passive voice where the subject does not do the action, the subject only receives the action. Subject is a sufferer. Who is doing the action here? The object. Meaning ultimately will be the same. Rama is only doing the action. Okay, now what conclusions can you draw? How can you define both active voice and passive voice verbs? Voice is nothing, active and passive. It is totally a concern with the verbs, whether the verb is acted by or acted upon. See here, definition. Verb is in active voice. This verb is said to be in the active voice when its form shows whatever the form of the verb is there. And here it is the first form with S or ES, present simple. And here it is helped is also simple present, but form is a little change. When its form shows that the subject does something. Here the verb is said to be in the active stage when its form shows that the subject does something or the subject acts upon the object. Okay, when it is said to be in the passive, we can frame our own definition now. The verb is said to be in the passive voice when its form shows that something is done to the subject. Something is done to the subject by the object, or in other words, subject is the sufferer of the action. Here subject does not do the action, subject suffers or receives the action done by the object. That is what is written here. When its form shows that something is done to the subject or the subject suffers or receives the action. Subject receives the action, then the sentence is in the passive stage. Got it? Clear? So this was the concept of active and passive voice. Now how can you frame the definition of voice? Okay, how can you frame the definition of voice? Look over here. This was about active voice and passive voice. Now we can frame the definition of voice. Voice is that form of the verb. We have seen the form of the verb, how it is used, in what form it is used. Actually, you can say in both the sentences, Rama is also there, Hari is also there. Here also Hari is there, Rama is there. Who is telling us that who has done the action? Verb. Okay, and verb is not speaking. Its form is showing us. Its form tells us who is doing the action. So voice is that form of the verb. Voice is that form of the verb which tells us that, no, not that, which tells us whether something is done by the subject, whether something is done by the subject or something is done to the subject, or the subject is acted upon, or the subject is acted upon by the object through the verb. Okay, action is indicated through the verb only. So look here clearly, voice. When we call it voice, what is voice? Voice is that form of the verb which tells us whether whatever is done here is done by the subject, or whatever is done here it is done on the subject or acted upon the subject. Clear? So here the concept of voice is clear. Now we are going to see how to change active voice sentence into a passive voice sentence, and that is what generally the question is asked in your exams. Change the following sentences from active voice to passive voice. Clear? So concept is very clear. Once again we will revise. Here I have mentioned two sentences. In one, Rama helps Hari. Rama is doing the action of helping on Hari, on the object Hari. In the second sentence, Hari is helped by Rama. The form of the verb is helped tells us that action is done on the subject Hari by the object. Clear? In the second sentence, object is the doer. The first sentence, object, old object is the doer of the action on the new subject. Clear? Which is the object of the old sentence. So that form of the verb which tells us that action which is done, whether it is done by the subject. If it is done by the subject, it is active voice. If the action is done on the subject, or something is done to the subject, then that form of the verb is called passive voice. Clear? Here in the passive voice, the subject is the sufferer of the action. Clear? What is the difference between these two? In the first sentence, active voice, the object is the sufferer. Object receives the action or he suffers the action done by the subject. In the second, the subject suffers the action done by the object. The subject is the sufferer, receiver of the action. Action is done on the subject. Clear? Only two things are there. Action is done by the subject. Action is done on the subject. Clear? Only these two things. You remember? Here, active voice, action is done by the subject. And in the passive voice, action is done to the subject. Who does? The vice versa object. Okay? So here the concept ends. Now we are going to see some of the rules based on how to change active voice sentences into the passive voice sentences. Thank you.